Made huge waves in Australia because of the age 16. You know, that was seen as a high age, a big discussion about whether, you know, that was even going to be feasible. And what the main thing is that parents aren't going to be penalised. Neither are any teens who slip through the net and get social media accounts, but effectively there'll be no exceptions. Not even if parents agree and say that they want their kids, they're okay with their kids having a social media account, that they can't do that. But the onus will be on the companies and the platforms to come up with ways of making sure that those under 16s are kept safe. And this is the thing, at the moment it is a legal framework. So, you know, the legislation is passing, but it's not clear exactly how it's going to be implemented. And it will still have a year from the legislation passing to coming up with a solution on how it's going to work, and a year at least that can be negotiated. So it's a big process, and there's lots and lots of question marks about how it's going to work in practice.
I mean, how it's going to work was the big question I had when I heard about it, because keeping your kid off social media if they really want to be on there, aside from actually taking the device away from them, could prove almost impossible. Has the government got some suggestion about how you actually are going to stop kids from logging on?
Well, I think that's the thing. So there's discussions about age verification. How would that work? Will that mean everybody has to upload their ID, whether or not they're under 16? There's so many question marks. And the other thing is that messaging services, gaming sites, none of those are going to be restricted. Some sites, for example, that you would access for health or education purposes, they won't be restricted. But the other question is, you know, which sites, which platforms in an industry that is moving so fast. And I spoke to, you know, one young influencer who was just like, it's just a bunch of old people who are making up rules for young people who know far more about it.
Just angry old people like, bad social media.